Welcome to the AHA Vic CEO update for members. Certainly a priority at AHA Vic presently is the work we're doing in the lead up to the November 29 state election. All members would be aware that we have widely circulated the AHA Vic policy agenda, or for a better term, our log of claims, to all the major parties, leaders right down to aspiring candidates. Now, we believe that this agenda, the 29 points of it, well encapsulates those issues which are appropriate in taking forward a responsible alcohol and gambling policy in Victoria. It's most important that members familiarise themselves with this policy agenda in order that they can have regular discussion with their local candidates in the lead up to the election. The fact is, whilst you might not see your local candidate or your local member during a term of Parliament, there's no doubt as an election approaches, all members of Parliament and aspiring members of Parliament are attracted to their local pub to try and press their claims for election. So make sure we don't miss that opportunity. Also important because there's probably no doubt that the upper house of the Victorian Parliament is likely to be quite conflicted after the November election. Certainly around Australia we're seeing independents and others in such strength in the upper houses that it's really not possible for the party elected in the lower house to have a clean run as far as policy goes. So our policy agenda will be important, hopefully, in providing a template for the major parties, that is the Coalition and Labor, to possibly reach consensus such that they're not necessarily relying on upper house independent support. Certainly there's been a bit going on in the live music area at the moment. The government's really been freeing up this space. Underage events are now only a matter of notification to the VCGLR, and significantly all age events are now permitted on licensed premises, provided that appropriate notification, not an application procedure, just a notification procedure to the VCGLR. There's legislation in the Parliament presently introducing that long-wanted agent of change provision, which really protects existing pubs and licensed businesses where someone moves in with an apartment block next door, starts to complain about noise, behaviours, etc. The agent of change provision significantly protects the party that was there first. So we do appreciate those initiatives of the government. Interestingly also, there's now a review underway of the noise conditions related to licensed businesses. Every liquor licence has what's called the SEP N2 provisions, which stipulate the maximum permissible noise from entertainment, etc., emanating from licensed businesses. Now, we believe now's the time to have a more sophisticated approach to managing noise, and also an increased tolerance of the community, particularly where they live in and around major precincts and particular entertainment precincts. I think those in the accommodation area would welcome the recent initiative driven by our President, Peter Burnett, to achieve a coming together of the two major accommodation industry associations in Australia. That's Tourism Accommodation Australia, representing the AHA, and the Accommodation Association of Australia. We had some sort of difficulties over the last 3 years making sure we've got a common agenda between these organisations as they represent the interests of accommodation properties. Now we're putting together a joint venture which will in fact bring those two organisations together, and for the first time there'll be one voice representing accommodation interests to state and federal governments. A very important initiative for accommodation properties. Finally, as far as the workplace relations issues go, In the context of the review of modern awards by Fair Work Australia, we've certainly got the Hospitality Industry General Award front and centre in terms of those reviews. We are working diligently under the leadership of John Sweetman to achieve change in some key areas related to penalty rates, more flexibility for part-time employment, and also to contain the number of public holidays to 11 per annum. So I believe you'll certainly hear a lot more about that in the coming months as we actively pursue interest members in that regard. So it's been my pleasure to update you, and I look forward to seeing you in your local pub or hotel. Cheers.